Hello and welcome to a very special 30k related video. More 30k than you get from Warhammer community. But more importantly, I believe that there is a number of factors going into the drought of information. I believe that one part of it is spite towards the fan base due to their embracing of 3D printing to fill in options that Games Workshop has taken so long to actually get out into a market form. And I believe it is also because they want to move 30k from being simply about Thor's Heresy and into more of a family of games. And I believe that they're going to start by their move into the Great Scouring. As we see with the Era of Ruin book that will be coming out, it's going to be dipping its toes in that direction. So I believe one of the biggest reasons for the drought of information comes down to simply this. They plan on introducing a scouring box in the future and moving 30k into that direction. Now, there's a couple of reasons why. One, because naturally the books are going to be going that way, and they want to be ahead of that to a minor degree, or at the very least be able to put something out to say, oh, well, we're going to be working on that, and then drip feed that to death. The other element is they are very protective of 40k, and they want to remove any traces of what was the old branding. And what was the old branding? It was called Firstborn Marines. So by having the scouring become a thing, you can completely eliminate the Tactical Marine, the Devastator, the Assault Marines, all of the original Firstborn stuff gone. It's in the scouring stuff if you want it, blah, blah, blah. But most importantly, you can't cross-play it between 30k and 40k. We wouldn't want people to actually be able to have a single army for two different systems. I believe that's a bigger driving force than every single other element. I think the other element is that they mysteriously think that 30k players can be like any other fan base, conned into buying the newer stuff if you simply throw the older stuff out. I believe that they don't understand 30k's fan base, and that's why there seems to be such friction with them overall. Look at any of the major Heresy kind of focused guys, and you'll see that there's always this kind of friction involved in it. But this is a company that's had to be dragged kicking and screaming into success with things like 30k, the Badab War, the betrayal of Kelfbox, the burning of Prospero, and so on and so on. So, what things do I have to support my feelings towards this? Well, first off, they've used every revamp of the various Space Marine flavors in 40k as a way to get rid of the tactical box. And they've gotten rid of the Dark Angels tactical box. They've gotten rid of the Blood Angels tactical box. It's a way of shoving all of that out and eliminating it as an option. If it's no longer an option, you can't use it in both things. So your 30k Blood Angels tactical squad can't be used in that. So it makes, in their opinion, more sense and eliminates an option and creates a revenue stream. Let's be honest, they think that you will buy a new army. And in some cases, they might be right. They might be wrong, though, and I think that they are probably more wrong than right. But the other element is, I think, simply this. They're making a move to scouring. Therefore, they're getting a box that's going to introduce the Mark 7 Marines and some of the other elements from classic 40k. And I think this is supported by the retcon of the Aquila armor, or Mark 7, being held by the traders since the very beginning of the Horus Heresy. Now, why they had Mark 7 developed at the time, you can go any other way, and why they didn't use it, you can go multiple ways on that. But when it comes down to it, I think they're making a shift towards that as the main thrust for 30K, and it has elements of that's where the books are going. They want to eliminate options, so there's less of a bridge between 30K stuff and 40K stuff. And to an element of it, yeah, it's pure and utter spite towards the fan base of 30K for having the gumption not to wait 3 years for single options to come out. On the other end of it, if you want to know what I think they're going to release for the Primaris version of the Space Marines, or Space Wolves, well, I think it's really going to be a couple minor options as we close this out. I think it's going to be a Wolf Guard revamp because nostalgia, and then it is going to be a minor options sprue or something of that manner for intercessors. And it might even be for one of the more scouty groups, like you get kind of air quote veteran or wolf veteran scouts, or you get something like a minor upgrade sprue for intercessors that adds a couple shoulder pads, which they've already had, but this is Games Workshop, and a couple frost weapons. I don't expect it to be a major revamp. If anything, it's going to follow the Blood Angels, where it's going to rely on a nostalgia unit that they butcher, and on top of that, butchering a couple character revamps. So expect there to be, I forget the priest, the wolf priest name, but I expect him and one other character, probably Grimnar or something of that manner. Who knows? Or it could be, Father Christmas. You never know, because it is the holidays. And, I expect it to be a couple named characters that get Primaris versions, a basic bitch upgrade to one of the existing Primaris units, and a probably disappointing Wolfguard unit that actually goes from... It would almost not surprise me if they took the Wolfguard from 5 Terminators to 3 and then acted like that was an upgrade, and they'll all be monopose effectively. So that's my feelings on what we will be seeing. Let me know what you think. Do they hate 30K? Is it simply spite, and that's the reason why they're not sharing any information on Dark AdMech, the Imperial Army, or even some of the things for the Space Marines if they're the main focus, which to a degree they are. Do you think that they're going to go even bigger, or do you think they're just going to go basic on the Space Wolves revamp that we've been having suggested? Let me know what you think in the comments, and you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.